That third was probably charged, but...
Okay. That was fun.
David, tell me, how did you get into this hobby?
You know, my father and I built we built a remote control plane when I was really young, and it never got off the ground. Like, it never actually flew. The directions, like the instructions of putting it together, were really awful, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. And I just kind of always wanted one since then, and I saw this design in a magazine and just decided to build one. I liked it because, like, this style of plane made out of the coroplast is so tough, you know, that you can crash it and crash it and crash it.
And did you build, how much of that did you actually build?
I mean, I built the whole thing.
The whole thing? I mean, the
I didn't design it.
But the controller is obviously something...
Oh, the controller you buy and program for the plane?
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, I fabricated the motor mount, right? Like, this motor's not actually supposed to be mounted like this, so it's kind of a hack job, but the motors are really cheap. They're 15 bucks. The servos, you know, you just piece it together, right? Like, I mean, I ordered everything individually. There's nothing online that you can just order a whole kit. Actually, there is, but it's like $800. Whereas, like, everything, this plane here is probably worth about $200. So it's a lot cheaper, and then you just, like, program it all to work together.
Well, you're a modern-day Orville or Wilbur Wright.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. It actually flies. I'm impressed by how aerodynamically how well it flies.
Yeah,
I mean, it's smooth, and it can really kind of
it loops and rolls,
but also just kind of takes off vertically almost.
Yeah, it can almost accelerate vertically. On a fresh battery, it can go almost straight up. Like, you can go up 60, 70 degrees.
I'm waiting for that hovering hawk to make a pass at it.
Yeah, well, you know, there's these smaller remote control planes that people are buying that hawks are attacking because they think they're sparrows.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
The hawks are snatching people's planes out of the air.
Wow. I would think they get confused pretty easily.
David, is it totally controlled by the flaps in the back?
Yep. There's no rudder. They're called elevons, these two.
Yeah.
And that's it, that and throttle. You know, and so it's like, you can't, the plane doesn't turn like this. You know, it can't. You have to bank it and then pull back.
And that material's never torn?
No, it's never torn. It's bent.
With all the crashes there.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, how mangled. I had a crash today that crumpled the whole nose in there, you know, but, I mean, this body, I've crashed this thing really badly, maybe 30 times, and, I mean, everything else is broken, but not the plane itself. I mean, the coroplast is, yeah, it's tough stuff. I mean, this thing's probably getting somewhere close to the end of its life. I mean, I don't know how many more serious crashes, you know, because it affects the rigidity of the plane.
Yeah.
It makes it much less rigid when it's got these creases and, you know, all these bang marks. So, you know, I'm sure it doesn't fly as good as it used to.
Flies pretty darn well, I would think, better than I would expect.
It certainly flies.
It's very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Weighs less than a pound, I think.
Yeah, it's very
cool. Thanks. Thanks for the interview on Richard TV.
I'm glad to see it.